It's May 27th, 2022. I'm watching CBS This Morning. I watched Ellen's. I didn't watch it in real time, but I see that they mentioned Ellen DeGeneres. I didn't realize she was on talk show for 19 years. She said farewell. She talked about being an authentic self. She had on Jennifer Aniston. I know what that symbology is at Friends from afar. At Central Perk. And then there, which is 1990s reference. And then there is this, then they put on Oprah. And Oprah said that her best friend, Gail, wants the grandson named Luca to call her Gaya, which is Mother Earth. Now, this is War of the Roses speak that she's doing in full light. I don't see anybody calling her out on it. And I know another woman in a very much, I would say, higher category than this one actress, who specifically named her son a word for that's not necessarily our diction, but, and then one with the name, with the letter E off of it. I don't know, again, that Mother Earth, that's a War of the Roses kind of a thing. And in the way that New York is shaping up, it really feels like one of those passive-aggressive digs in identity thievery for some bigger existential argument that might have gone on. They might have learned some things about an ancient partnership or an ancient civilization that doesn't want to share its, what makes them unique and special with just anybody. And it's like those grabs and those digs at that identity that's been going on now for quite some time. And it's battleground that goes unbeknownst to a lot. But those with sensitivity to it can see it really clearly. So I'm going to just put this on light at the moment, since it's happening in New York. I see it clear as day, and I know other people wouldn't be happy about it.
Has signed.
I was never allowed, or I was never granted access to a finishing or a boarding school. I wish I had. I wish I knew where to go, whose hand to hold, how to get there, and to get the hell out of New York and away from Lynn and Lou. But it didn't happen that way. But the generation before, actually it was like about a generation and a half before, they had access to these wonderful schools. And they were able to hold themselves with dignity through this last whatever that's been going on. And it hasn't been the same in the pit of New York.
Off from her daytime talk show. Her last episode yesterday featured Billie Eilish and Pink, along with Jennifer Aniston, who was the very first guest on the show. DeGeneres left with a heartfelt message.
If I've done anything in the past 19 years, I hope I've inspired you to be yourself, your true, authentic self. And if someone is brave enough to tell you who they are, be brave enough to support them, even if you don't understand.
A wonderful woman once met with me and told me that if you don't announce yourself at the front door, how is anybody ever going to know who you are?
Someone who knows Jamie Foxx very well, Oprah Winfrey.
That is true. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Appeared on one of the last Ellen shows, and she had a cute joke about Gail's grandson, baby Luca.
Speaking of Gail, she's a grandma now, and what is she trying to get the baby to call her?
Gaia,
Which
means Mother Earth. I say, you're not Mother Earth. You're not Mother of the Earth. You're just one grandmother. And every time I see the baby, I'm like, oh, Auntie O. It's so easy to say, Auntie O. So I'm thinking the baby's going to say Auntie O before the baby goes Gaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will all call you Gaya here if you.
Thank you. That's always so supportive.
And see, somebody who's not part of War of the Roses, that is like their thing. Like, oh, it's no big deal because nobody's teaching the children what's really going on and what they're using this media outlet for.
But I want to. Ellen, I got a little choked up watching Ellen leave. I was not ready. I know she's been planning it. I'm sure she's very happy with it. But she brought such joy, such spark, such really love on her show on a daily basis. And I love how she signed off. Number one, she had Jennifer Aniston, who was the first. She began the show years ago looking at herself on TV starting, and she ended looking back at herself as the show was saying.
I love a full circle.
It was awesome. It was.
We're going to be right
Bravo,
back.
Ellen. Bravo.
Bravo,
You're going to be
Ellen.
missed. You're going to be.
We'll be right back.
And thanks, Oprah.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.